up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be comparing the MG08 and the MG42 on round 50, so let's go ahead and get this shit started. So I decided to compare both these weapons, mainly because I started with MG, and I really couldn't think of any other weapons to compare that were sort of like even, in a way, you know what I mean? I was like having a total brain fart, and I was like, okay, well, what can we compare to the MG08? And I was like, oh, MG42, it has the same name, sort of. So that's why I picked these weapons, and on Twitter, I asked you guys, which one is your favorite weapon? Now, which one do you guys think is better? Just which one do you guys like more? And out of about 40 people that voted, 56% said the MG42 and 44% said the MG08. So it does look like some people still like the classics. So stating that, let's go ahead and start off with talking about the MG42. So the MG42 on round 50 is not a good weapon for a couple reasons. One, when you actually pack punch the weapon, it doesn't get any stronger. The only additions it gets is a faster fire rate, more ammo, and that's about it. It really doesn't get anything else besides more ammo and a faster fire rate. Now that fire rate is really dangerous, and what I mean by that is it's a badass fire rate, dude. That fire rate is just so amazing that I remember back in World War, whenever I would get the Browning, I would be disappointed. I would just want the MG42 because I thought the MG42 was just so much better. Now your mobility is going to be really bad. You're not going to be able to do anything with this besides camp. If you try to run any sort of strategy, you're just not going to be able to do it because you're going to be running so slow that you're not going to be able to escape those zombies. Those zombies are constantly going to be on you. And on round 50, this weapon is not going to do much. It's just going to take so many shots just to get one kill. And since you run really slow, you're not going to be able to get that far away from the zombies, and you won't be able to get enough bullets into the zombies to actually really do anything on round 50. You'll be able to get a couple kills, but the mobility, and since when you pack punch the weapon you don't get any more damage, it just makes for a bad combination on high rounds. Now in early rounds, this weapon is a monster. It is an absolute beast, definitely one of my favorite weapons to just sit and camp with. Even to this day, whenever I go back and play World of War, if I get this weapon, I'm going up on that catwalk, and I'm going to sit down and just camp my ass off until this weapon just stops being effective. Now the reload speed can kind of impact that, because it does have a really long reload speed, but as long as you get speed cola, as long as you have like a PPSH or a Thompson or something else to where you can kind of kill zombies pretty quick, you'll be fine. Alright, so next up is the MG08. Now the MG08 loses almost in every category besides, I think, damage. The upgraded MG42 is going to carry 750 in stock and 125 in the actual magazine. And the MG08 is going to carry 600 in stock and 100 in the magazine, and the MG08 also has a slower fire rate, so basically the MG08 loses in everything besides hip fire accuracy and damage. It's going to do way more damage than the MG42, and when you actually pack punch it, the bullets start to like ricochet and they kind of go all over the place. You can kind of see that in the video, how the bullets are basically just going all over the screen, which I think is a pretty cool effect. So it looks like you're a little bit more accurate with the MG08, and you can actually move a little bit faster, so you're not as slow as you would be with the MG42. And plus, this weapon is way stronger than the MG42. When you actually pack punch this weapon, it gets stronger. It doesn't stay the same or anything like that. It actually gets a little bit more powerful. And on round 50, this weapon is actually going to do some work. It's actually going to be able to kill some zombies. Now, it's not going to be anything like the SVU, the Draken, the Vesper, the Thompson, or anything like that. It's not going to be up there with those weapons, but it's not down there with the Kar 98 or like the PM63 or the Spectre. It's not down there, but it's not up there. It's about in the middle. I would say this weapon is definitely in the middle. And like I said, on round 50, it's going to be able to do some work, but the thing I don't like about LMGs on round 50 is they don't kill the zombies fast enough, and they don't kill enough zombies to where you're going to be able to just sit in one spot and not have to worry about running a strategy. On round 50 with an LMG, you're definitely going to have to hoard up all the zombies and then sort of get them in a line or however else you want to do it, and then try to eliminate them all. But you're not going to be able to eliminate them all, and you're not going to be able to kill them fast enough to where you get rid of all the zombies and have enough time to run away. You're going to be able to maybe get a couple kills, and then you're immediately going to start running, and since with an LMG you're always slower, it's just going to be such a pain in the ass. So I would not recommend any LMG on a high round, really. On early rounds, absolutely great weapons, you know, really good weapons to point horn or to kill zombies. But on high rounds, definitely would not recommend an LMG. But if I had to pick between the MG08 and the MG42, I'm going to give it to the MG08 because you can actually kill some zombies with it. I mean, the MG42, you're just so slow and it's not going to do anything, so really it's not even worth it on high rounds. But like I said earlier, early rounds, that weapon is a beast. I just can't express how awesome that fire rate is, man. That MG42's fire rate is just so amazing. But maybe once you start to get up there to like the 30s or something like that, you might want to switch over to the MG08. Now I know these weapons aren't on the same map, that's sort of the point of the series is to compare weapons that would never make it to the same map, but I'm sort of acting like they are on the same map and when you should probably use them. So in early rounds, definitely with the MG42, but once you start to get up there, if you're going for round 50 and you only have these two weapons to choose from, the MG08 on round 50 is definitely the better weapon. So I'm very curious to know. I asked on Twitter, they said they liked the MG42 more. Which one's your guys' favorite? So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.